Cortisol is your body's main stress hormone, and when it runs high too long, it quietly damages almost everything. Stress has been linked to nearly every chronic disease known to medicine. That's not exaggeration, that's biology. Here's the truth most people miss. To lower cortisol, you can't just chase one trick. You have to change the way you live. Today we cover not just the steps, but why they work. Once you understand the mechanism, your whole lifestyle becomes medicine. Many people come to cortisol because of weight. They can't drop pounds no matter what they try. But when you lower cortisol the right way, you don't fix one thing. You get a trickle-down effect across your entire health. Others struggle with adrenal fatigue. They just don't feel right. Drained for no clear reason. Cortisol also drives insulin resistance, weight gain, and type 2 diabetes. It even fuels muscle wasting at the extremes. Fix the root cause, and all of these problems start turning around at once. That's the power of going deep. So what is stress really? It's a response from your sympathetic nervous system, your body's built-in alarm. Your autonomic nervous system runs everything you never think about. It has two branches that balance each other. The sympathetic branch reacts to threats, real or imagined. It revs you up to defend yourself. Heart rate climbs, blood pressure rises, and cortisol pours out to flood your blood with quick fuel. Muscles tense, LDL cholesterol rises for clotting, in case a fight draws blood. Every piece has a purpose, but there's the other side. And the parasympathetic branch runs digestion, immunity, reproduction, and healing. Here's the key. You can defend or you can heal. You cannot do both at the same time. The more you run one branch, the less the other works. That's simply how you're wired. Don't mistake the sympathetic system for a flaw. It keeps you alive in real emergencies. It's built for short bursts. Face the threat, then shut it off. Quick on, quick off. But modern life never shuts off. Bills, bad news, deadlines, overwhelm. Your brain can't tell the difference. We were designed for maybe 10 or 20% burst stress. The rest of the time, deep calm. But today it's flipped. Constant low-grade stress, all day long. The balance is reversed. We get stuck in sympathetic dominance. It becomes a habit your brain forgets how to break. This is why stress is so destructive. High blood pressure, high cortisol, tension. The very things we medicate. When these stay chronic, they become degenerative disease. The habit turns into the diagnosis. Now here's what surprises people. Most of your stress, you never even feel. Anytime the sympathetic fires, that's stress. It can be chemical, an infection, a toxin, or food poisoning. Unstable blood sugar is stress too. Every dip forces your body to pump out cortisol. Stress can be mechanical. Sitting all day, old injuries, a stiff spine. Your body registers all of it. And yes, emotional stress. Fear, anger, grief, overwhelm. Real, but only one piece of a bigger picture. Think of stress as a triangle. Chemical, structural, emotional. 3 legs of one table. You can't balance the table on 1 or 2 legs. To find balance, you address all 3 sides. Now the really cool part. What actually manages stress in your body? Your brain's frontal lobe. Stress responses are life-saving, but the frontal lobe decides when it's time to switch them off. When the frontal lobe is weak, stress runs unopposed. It hits harder and lasts far longer than it should. That's why people handle stress so differently. Some stay calm, some freak out. It's the frontal lobe at work. The frontal lobe's job is to inhibit, to turn things off. The brighter it burns, the better it switches off the noise. It turns off the sympathetic stress response, and the sympathetic in turn was holding back your healing system. In a threat, your body shuts down digestion to save resources. Healing is a liability in an emergency. So by quieting the stress response, the frontal lobe indirectly switches healing back on. Digestion, immunity, repair, all return. This is the design. And once you understand it, you can use it to take control of your own stress. So let's get to the solutions. Not just what to do, but why each one works so you can live it for good. Stress isn't only the feeling you hate. It's anything that flips your sympathetic switch, chemical, structural, or emotional. Picture a 3-legged table. Knock out one leg, and the whole thing topples. Your stress balance works the same way. Now the really cool part. There's a single structure in your brain that decides when stress shuts off your frontal lobe. Stress responses save your life. When something threatens you, you must react, or you're a sitting duck. But your frontal lobe knows when the danger passes. A strong frontal lobe turns the alarm back off. That's why people handle stress so differently. Some stay calm, some freak out. It depends on how well that frontal lobe fires. Think of the frontal lobe as a light bulb. The brighter it burns, the better it is at switching things off. Here's the wiring. The frontal lobe turns off the sympathetic. The sympathetic turns off the parasympathetic. Why? Limited resources. In an emergency, digestion is a liability, so your body shuts it down to save fuel. So when the frontal lobe shuts off stress, it indirectly switches digestion, immunity, reproduction, and healing back on. That's the design. And once you understand it, you can use it to take command of your own stress. Let's walk the solutions. But not just what to do, why it works so you can turn it into a lifestyle. There are 3 core levers: pattern interrupts, brain stimulation, and calming nutrients. Every tip pulls one of these. Number 1, aerobic exercise. A walk is a pattern interrupt, brain fuel, and oxygen all at once. 90% of the signals that stimulate your brain come from movement. Walking literally lights it up. It also drips out a little growth hormone and makes your muscles soak up sugar, quietly lowering insulin and cortisol. Number 2, High-intensity intervals. This actually spikes cortisol, but stay with me on the trick. Go all out, just 15 seconds at a time. A few hard bursts can lift growth hormone by 300 to 400%. Growth hormone is cortisol's rival. Raise one, you suppress the other. Same destination, opposite door. But if you're burned out, sick, or unfit, skip the intervals for now. This is stress your body may not be ready for. Number 3, recovery. More exercise isn't better. It's the contrast between effort and rest that heals you. Never train so hard you feel worn down. Fatigue is the signal you've crossed from healing into harm. Number 4, yoga. A pattern interrupt and brain stimulation rolled into one, teaching your mind to refocus. Just avoid the fast, intense modern versions. Speed and hustle defeat the whole cortisol lowering purpose. Number 5, breathing. Your 2 nervous systems ride your breath. Inhale revs you up, exhale calms you down. The trick, stretch your out breath to at least 5 seconds. That gives your calming system real time to engage. Number 6, meditation. By changing your focus, you fire up the frontal lobe and find a deep place of peace. Reach those deeper layers of calm, and you start undoing stresses that have been stuck for years. Number 7, mindfulness. This isn't a session, it's a way of life. Checking in with how you feel all day long. Every minute, remind yourself to notice how you feel and look on the bright side. It runs on automatic over time. Number 8, celebrate. When something good happens, don't brush it off. Pause, savor it, and milk it. Soak in why it felt good. That's how you build positive momentum instead of rushing to the next worry. Number 9, appreciate. Look at your life at nature's beauty. You cannot appreciate and be stressed at once. Appreciation may be the single most powerful tool for undoing stress. The two simply can't share the same moment. Number 10, read or listen. Let an uplifting third voice pour good thoughts into a mind usually stuck on its own. Give it 20 or 30 minutes a day. You're shifting perspective and growing a positive outlook over time. Number 11, positive people. Notice how you feel around others and give yourself permission to avoid the drainers. Then seek out the uplifters on purpose. Find the groups where positive energy lives and go there deliberately. Number 12, essential oils. They're not nutrition. Their power is the pattern interrupt of smell itself. Smell is our most primitive sense, wired straight to the brain. One inhale shifts your focus and resets your state. Number 13, homeopathics and flower essences. Gentle remedies that can calm an overactive stress response. Number 14, adaptogenic herbs like ashwagandha and ginseng. They help your body settle with safe medicinal effects. Yoga is more than stretching. It's a pattern interrupt that pulls your brain out of its stress rut and into the present moment. As you move and breathe, you teach your brain to focus differently. That shift quiets the sympathetic alarm. One warning, skip the fast, intense, upbeat yoga classes. Speed defeats the whole purpose of lowering cortisol. Now breathing exercises. Few tools are this powerful because your nervous system is wired directly to your breath. Breathing in flips on the sympathetic gas pedal. Breathing out engages the parasympathetic brake. So make your exhale long. 5 seconds or more gives your parasympathetic system real time to take over. Number 6 is meditation. It's about changing your focus, and that focus lights up your frontal lobe. Each deeper level of peace stacks another pattern interrupt. Over time, you can start undoing old stress. Number 7, mindfulness. This isn't a session. It's a way of life you carry through your whole day. Remind yourself often to notice how you feel and look on the bright side. Make feeling good the priority. Number 8, celebrate. When something good happens, don't brush past it. Pause and soak it in. That moment of appreciation builds momentum. You're literally training your brain toward good feelings. Number 9, appreciate the life around you. You cannot feel grateful and stressed at the same time. Gratitude floods the brain with calm. It's one of the most powerful stress-undoing tools you have. Number 10, read or listen to something uplifting. You let a positive third voice into your mind. Give yourself 20 or 30 minutes a day to grow. Over time, it reshapes your whole outlook. Number 11, positive people. Notice how you feel around others, and give yourself permission to step away from those who drain you. Then seek out the uplifting ones on purpose. The right company quietly lowers your stress load. Number 12, essential oils. They aren't nutrition, but their scent is a powerful pattern interrupt. Smell is our most primitive sense, wired straight to the brain. One inhale can change your focus instantly. Number 13, homeopathics and flower essences. Used carefully, they can gently calm an overactive system. Number 14, adaptogenic herbs like ashwagandha and ginseng help your body settle into balance. These herbs have safe, steadying effects, helping your stress response find its calm baseline again. Number 15, smile and laugh. Sitting in your car, put a big silly grin on your face for no reason. That tiny state change is a real pattern interrupt. Do it often, and you build lasting momentum. Number 16, sleep. It raises growth hormone, especially the hours you get before midnight. And growth hormone directly opposes cortisol. Regular, sufficient sleep is deep recovery for your whole body. Number 17, intermittent fasting. Going periods without food naturally boosts growth hormone, but it only works if your blood sugar is stable. On a carb roller coaster, every dip spikes cortisol. Number 18, stable blood glucose. Unstable sugar is itself a stress that keeps cortisol elevated. Become fat adapted and your blood sugar steadies. Then fasting and calm work together for you. Number 19, specific nutrients feed your brain and adrenals. Vitamin D3 is a key one. Your adrenals carry out every stress order. Chronic stress wears them down, so nourish them well. Number 20, B vitamins, mainly B1 and B5. Skip the synthetic kind and get them from real food. Nutritional yeast is a great natural source with a cheesy flavor. Sprinkle it on food or blend it in. Number 21. Minerals. Magnesium especially calms the brain by helping membranes balance ions. Potassium and calcium matter too. Together, these minerals steady your nerves and your nervous system. Number 22. DHA from fish oil. It builds the brain and carries a real calming anti-stress effect. Number 23. Your adrenal reflex points. Find them about an inch out and an inch or two up from your belly button. Rub gently, then just hold. Soon you'll feel a pulse rise, a sign your adrenals are settling down. Number 24. Get a pet. Their calm energy interrupts your pattern and shifts your hormones. And number 25, find a hobby you love. Anything fun is a pattern interrupt with real healing power. Magnesium is the mineral that calms an overactive brain. It helps your nerve membranes manage charged ions, settling the static that keeps you wired. Potassium and calcium work alongside magnesium to keep your nervous system steady. Together, this mineral trio quiets the stress signals firing through your body. DHA, one of the two key parts of fish oil, is a brain-building nutrient with a calming anti-stress effect. Feed your brain the raw material it needs to stay resilient. Now, for something you can do with your own hands, there are adrenal reflex points on your belly that let you directly calm your stress glands. Find your belly button, move 1 inch to each side, then 1 to 2 inches up. Those are your adrenal reflex points mapped out by applied kinesiology back in the 1960s. Rub each point gently for a few seconds, then simply hold them while you relax. Within 20 or 30 seconds, you'll feel a pulse rise under your skin as your adrenals calm down. Don't press too hard because these points tend to get tender. A light, steady touch a couple times a day is all your adrenals need. Here's one of the most enjoyable stress reducers of all. Get a pet. Their calm energy and your focus on them interrupt your stress pattern and shift your hormone balance. A hobby works the same magic. Anything that's your idea of fun pulls you out of stress and floods your system with feel-good momentum. Now step back and see the big picture. Cortisol is never something you lower in isolation. It's just one piece of a whole stress response. Remember the triangle: chemical, structural, and emotional stress. Like a three-legged table, you can't find balance by fixing only one side. Every single step we covered will lower cortisol. But when you understand the bigger mechanism, you can turn these steps into a lifestyle instead of a chore. It all comes back to your two nervous systems. Activate the sympathetic and you defend. Activate the parasympathetic and you heal. But never both at once. Your frontal lobe is the true master of stress. The brighter it burns, the better it switches off runaway stress responses and switches healing back on. We were designed for brief bursts of stress, not constant low-grade pressure. The goal is to flip that balance back toward calm being your default state. Growth hormone is cortisol's natural opponent. Sleep, fasting, and short bursts of intense exercise all raise it, working against cortisol from the other direction. Stable blood sugar is the quiet foundation under all of it. Every blood sugar crash forces your body to pump out cortisol to compensate. As you start applying these, you'll become more sensitive to your own state. You'll notice stress earlier and bring yourself back to balance faster. This is how you undo imbalance and disease at the root, not by chasing one number, but by bringing your whole system back into harmony. True stress management is a way of life, not a quick fix. Every choice you make either pushes you towards stress or toward healing. I'm Dr. Ekberg, a holistic doctor and former Olympian. My goal is to help you truly master health by understanding how your body really works. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these topics would you most like me to break down in a future video? Drop your number one choice in the comments. If this helped you see stress in a new light, hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. That way you never miss the science that can change your health. If you enjoyed this one, you're going to love the next video I've got waiting for you. Until next time, thanks for watching and take care of that beautiful